Today I'm going to do a full restock of my snack vending machine and see how much money it's made in the past 2 weeks. I get my bags of chips for about 50 cents and sell them for $1. Lately, Funyuns has been selling extremely well, so I'm going to fill up 4 rows and see how it does. Normally I like to offer more variety, but you've got to stock what sells, and right now it's Funyuns. Another one of my best sellers are Takis, specifically the Fuego. These are always one of my best sellers no matter the time of year. And then we have Chester's hot fries, which usually do pretty well. I like to alternate between these and hot Cheetos. And then here I'm just filling up the row with what I've got left. Next up, we have the Lay's barbecue chips, which are hit and miss. Sometimes they sell out super fast, and other times not at all. Regular Cheetos do pretty well for being a non-spicy chip. And then right now, my worst seller by far are Cool Ranch Dorito chips. I might have to end up giving them away. As far as candy goes, I get most of them for about $1 and sell them for $1.50. Reese's usually does pretty well, but Skittles are for sure my best-selling candy. As far as chocolate goes, peanut M&Ms definitely sell the best. Like I said, get them for about $1, sell them for $1.50. I get most of my product from Smart & Final. They usually have really good deals. The Butterfinger is hit and miss, but Kit Kats do extremely well. I've tried selling off-brand candies before, but they just don't sell. People love the name brand stuff. Snickers are hit and miss, I think because they're so small. But these milk chocolate Hershey bars do really well, I think because of their size. The almond Hershey bars are also a big hit. But I don't have any extra of these, so I'm just going to back everything up with some candy that I have left over. And that brings me to the Starburst. These do really well during the summertime and not so well during the wintertime. People seem to think that it's because they get softer in the summer and harder in the winter. Let me know what you think. On the bottom shelf, I like to put the Sour Punch straws. These I get for about $1 and sell for $1.50. They usually do pretty well because of how big they are. And then because they're such good sellers, here I'm putting some Kit Kats and Reese's. Sometimes people complain about my prices, but I think they're pretty fair. Let me know what you think. Last but not least, we've got some more peanut M&Ms, and we're done. Now let's take a look and see how much money it's made in the past 2 weeks, starting with the cash, which looks pretty good. And then down low we have all the coins. To count the quarters, I weigh them, comes out to $20 per pound, so that's about 40 bucks. Nickels and dimes came out to about 15. And then finally we have the cash. So here's how much the cash came out to, and then here's how much money my vending machine made in the past 2 weeks. Let me know if you have any questions. Today I'm going to restock my soap machine because it's completely empty, and then see how much money it made in the past 2 weeks. I order these boxes online for 50 to 60 cents each and sell them for $1.25. They get shipped directly to the laundromat, and all I have to do is stock it every 2 weeks or so. I carry a variety of different products like laundry bags, stain removers, fabric softeners, and detergents. My best seller by far is Tide, but fabric softeners and laundry bags also do very well. Off-brand products don't really do too well at all, so I usually just stick with the name brand stuff. If you want to start a vending business of your own, check out Taylor Brands. They're a one-stop shop for everything business related. They can help you set up your website, business license, permits, invoicing, everything. My best seller in this machine by far is Tide. It started running out so quickly that I had to fill up 2 rows. On average, this machine brings in about $700 per month in gross revenue, so I make about $350 in profit. Not bad for an hour's worth of work. Now that I'm done filling everything up, I just got to put these little empty signs on there so whenever we run out, the customers know. And there you have it, completely stocked up. I ran out of Tide and OxyClean, so I couldn't refill those all the way. Now let's go in and see how much money we've got. And it looks pretty damn good, which is basically what I expected since the machine was so empty. Let's pull this bad boy out and dump it into a bucket. To count the quarters, I weigh them. It comes out to $20 per pound. And then finally, here's how much money the machine made in the past 2 weeks. Today I'm going to restock my snack vending machine and see how much money it made in the past 2 weeks. I get most of my product from Smart & Final. I buy the chips for about 50 cents each and sell them for $1. My spicy chips do best, but for the non-spicy, Cheetos does really well. As far as my best sellers go, Takis do the best by far. But people really seem to like the hot Cheetos as well. All flavors of Cheetos are by far my worst sellers, but they come in the variety pack, so I gotta put them out. I've been buying Funyuns lately, and they actually do pretty well. Here we have some more hot Cheetos just to fill things out. And then we have the Doritos, which used to do really good, but now aren't doing well at all. As far as candy goes, I get it all for about $1 each and sell it for $1.50. My margins on these aren't as good as I'd like, but they do sell out pretty quickly, so it's worth the effort. This one machine won't make me rich, but I only spend about 1 or 2 hours on it per month. So it's actually pretty good pay for the amount of work I have to do. These Sour Punch straws do really well. I think it's because they're so large. And then here I'm just filling everything out with extra product. I buy these Ritz for about $1 each and sell them for $1 because my employees like them. Now let's take a look at how much money it made. Here's all the cash, and then here are the quarters. And then while I'm at it, I may as well collect all the money from the pop machine as well. I buy each can for about 60 cents each and sell them for $1. Here we have all the cash, which is looking pretty damn good. And then we have the quarters. Let's count it up and see how much it comes out to. To count the quarters, I weigh them. It comes out to $20 per pound. And then here we have all the cash. Cash came out to $1.25, pretty good. Now for the snack machine, here we have the quarters, and then here we have the cash. And then here's how much both machines made in the past 2 weeks. Let me know if you have any questions. Today I'm going to restock my pop machine and see how much money it made in the past 2 weeks. It's looking pretty empty, so that's a good sign. I usually get my product from either Food Max, Costco, Smart & Final, or Save Mart. Basically whoever has the best deal. On average, I get them for about 50 cents per can and sell them for $1. I don't actually go to the store for these, I just use Instacart and get them delivered to the laundromat. Coca-Cola is by far the most expensive pop that I have in the machine. I think I get these for about 65 cents each. But Coke is definitely one of my best sellers, so I don't mind paying for it. Last but not least, we have the Holy Beverage. This one I just stock with random pop. I usually buy random flavors that are not already in the machine, but today I had a bunch of leftovers, so that's what I put. This one actually sells pretty well, and I see people laughing about it all the time. Here we have the machine fully stocked. Now let's take a look and see how much money it made. First things first, we have the cash, which looks pretty damn good. And then down low we have all the quarters, which looks okay. Now let's take it to the office and see how much it came out to, starting with the cash. $1.12, not too shabby. To count the quarters, I weigh them. It comes out to $20 per pound. Add it together and we have my total revenue for the past 2 weeks. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I own this laundromat and we're finally hitting our busy season for self-serve. Let's see how much money it made in the past 3 days and so far this month. I bought the laundromat cash in March of 2021 for $65,000. But since then, I've basically done a full renovation inside and out. I put in new flooring, paint, machines, plumbing, the works. All in all, I've probably put in about $165,000 of my own money. If you want to get into the laundromat business, on average, you're going to have at least $100,000 to $150,000 in cash to put down on your loan. But if you don't have that much cash laying around, all hope is not lost. If you're able to partner with someone that's been in the business for at least 2 years, you'll get much better terms on your loan. Sometimes as low as 10% down. Or if you're able to find a motivated seller that's willing to do seller financing, then you can negotiate your terms with them. Or if you're really strapped for cash, you can always start your own laundry service. There's a company called the Aloha Laundry Life that'll help you start your own virtual laundromat business. They'll connect you with a local laundromat to partner up with, and they offer a ton of perks like 24/7 lifetime support and a 3-day in-person training. They've got a deal going on right now for $1,500. I'll throw a link on my page if you want to check them out. Once I'm done collecting the quarters, I weigh them. It comes out to $20 per pound. I have 2 bill acceptors. Here's the first one and how much money I got out of it, which is pretty good for 3 days. And then here we have the second one. The first one always gets used a little more than the second, but it's still pretty good for 3 days, so I'm not complaining. And then here we have it all put together. Let's count it up and see how much it comes out to. My laundromat also accepts debit and credit, and we have a wash and fold service, so I'll be adding all those numbers to the total at the very end. So here's how much the cash came out to, and then here's how much money my laundromat made in the past 3 days and so far this month. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I own this laundromat. Let's see how much money my brand new machines made in the past 3 days. These are my smallest machines. They can do up to 2 loads of laundry, and I charge $4. I bought the laundromat in March of 2021 for $65,000, but I've basically redone the whole place since then. These next machines are my second biggest. They can do up to 3 loads of laundry, and I charge $5. The utility bills really aren't that bad. My water bill comes out to about $500. Electricity is around $1,000. My sewer is about $400. And then my largest utility by far is gas, which comes out to about $1,500. These next machines are my mid-size. They can do up to 4 loads of laundry, and I charge $650. Aside from cash, my laundromat also accepts debit and credit, and we also have a wash and fold service where people come and drop off their laundry and we do it for them. I'll be adding in that revenue at the very end to give you a more accurate total. So here's what I've collected so far. Up next, we have my second biggest machines. These can do up to 6 loads of laundry at once, and I charge $750. Self-serve laundromats usually see a dip of about 30% during the summertime, but since I got new machines, revenue is actually up by about 30%. Here's what I got from those machines. And then we have the big kahunas. These are the largest machines I have in the laundromat, and they get used the most by far. They can do up to 8 loads of laundry at once, and I charge $9. I only have 2 of these, so I have to keep an eye on them to make sure they don't overfill and jam up. They usually fill up all the way within 4 or 5 days. So here we have all the quarters from the washers. Next up, we have the dryers. I have 3 different sizes. These are my smallest ones. They can do up to 3 loads of laundry or 30 pounds in one load, and I charge $150 for 30 minutes. Next, we have my middle-sized dryers. These can do up to 45 pounds of laundry in one load, and I charge $2 for 30 minutes. And then finally, we have my mega dryers. These can do up to 75 pounds of laundry in one load, and I charge $250 for 30 minutes. To count the quarters, I weigh them. It comes out to $20 per pound. And then it's time to collect the cash. I have 2 bill acceptors. These are brand new, so I'm still trying to figure out how to do it with one hand. But for 3 days, it looks pretty good. And then on to the next one. And it's looking pretty healthy as well. Here's how much I got from that one, and then put them together, and we have 3 days worth of cash at my laundromat. Let's count it up and see how much it comes out to. If you want to learn how to start a laundromat or a laundry service, Curbside Laundries is going to be having a conference June 26th to 28th in LA. If you can make it, they're going to be going over everything you need to know. There's a link on my page if you want to check it out. Here's how much the cash came out to, and then here's how much money my laundromat made in the past 3 days. Let me know if you have any questions. Hey guys, I own this laundromat. Let's see how much money it's made in the past 3 days and in the first 13 days of June. These are my smallest machines. I have about 15 of them. I charge $4 for them, and they can do up to 20 pounds of laundry in one load. These next ones are my second smallest. I have 14 of them. I charge $5, and they can do up to 30 pounds of laundry in one load. My laundromat also accepts debit and credit, so I'll be adding those numbers to the total at the very end. These next two are my second largest. I have 2 of them, charge $6.50, and they can do up to 40 pounds of laundry in one load. And then finally, we have the big kahunas. They can do up to 60 pounds of laundry in one load. They're my largest machines, and I have 2 of them. People love them. I charge $7.50 for these. And then last but not least, we have the dryers. The margins aren't as good on these, but they serve their purpose. The dryers bring in anywhere from 25 to 30% of the self-serve revenue. Once I'm done collecting from the washers and dryers, let's take a look at the soap machine. This is by far my best-selling vending machine, and it looks like it's been doing pretty good for just a couple days. I order these boxes online for 50 to 60 cents. My manager stocks them, and I collect the quarters. Not too bad. Next up, we have the snack machine, which is usually hit and miss, but I've stocked it up pretty good, so let's see how it's done in the past few days. The cash is looking pretty thin, but hopefully we have some quarters in here, and not too many quarters. Yikes. Now let's go in and see how much cash we have in the change machine. Here's the first one, and then here's the second one. Not too shabby. Let's count it all up and see how much we have. Let's start with the dollars from the snack machine. Came out to 21, and then we've got $20 in quarters. Next up, we have the money from the soap machine. When it's a lot, I weigh the quarters. It comes out to $20 per pound, and it's surprisingly accurate. A little over 70 bucks, which isn't bad, and then we have all the washers and dryers. Now let's count up all the cash from the change machine and see how much it came out to. I really only count the quarters as gross revenue, but I do count the cash and compare it to the quarters. So here's how much money my laundromat's made in the past 3 days and in the first 13 days of June. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Hey guys, I own this laundromat. Let's see how much money it made in the past 3 days. This is one of my largest washers. They get used the most by far. Next up are my second largest. As most of you know, my laundromat has 2 sides to it. Self-serve, where people come and do their own laundry, and wash and fold, where we do it for them. When I first bought the laundromat, I thought my water bill was going to be my biggest expense, but it's really not that bad. It comes out to about $400 per month. It turns out the gas bill is the highest by far. It came out to $3,600 in February. I weigh the quarters, it comes out to $20 per pound. And then I go in for the cash. Here's the first one, and then here's the second one. Not too bad. Here's what 3 days of cash on my laundromat looks like. After I've grabbed it, it's time to count it. The cash and quarters usually come out to around the same amount because people give me cash, I give them quarters, and then they put the quarters back into the machines. But it's never exact, and I only count the quarters towards my gross revenue. So here's how much money my laundromat made in the past 3 days. Let me know if you have any questions.